Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of factoring trinomials. This is standard A.10E in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 46 of the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a trinomial here. That is an expression that's got three terms, so we're really looking at this one over here. Even though it's given to us as an equation, we don't really need that k of x. We're looking at this x squared plus 2x minus 15 because it's in this standard format of ax squared plus bx plus c. So what we need to do is we're going to grab the values of each of these leading coefficients here. So it's going to be my a term. It's going to be non-existent. There's nothing in front of the x squared, but we're going to go ahead and call that 1. My b term is right in front of the x. That's a 2. And then my c term is that constant at the very end. It's a minus 15, but we can also view it as a plus negative 15. The negative is going to be important. So once we have that, we can use the diamond method. Now, seeing as how our a term is 1, or just not really there, sometimes it's kind of easy to eyeball these and just try to find two factors that make negative 15 and add to 2, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the full diamond method because it works even on these simpler problems. The diamond method is very useful when your leading coefficient, that a term, is greater than 1, so it's good to get practice with it. So we're going to multiply a times x, a times c, excuse me. We're going to put that in the top, so that's a times my negative 15. So obviously that just makes negative 15. We're going to put b down here. That's going to make 2. So what we're looking for two factors that multiply to negative 15 and add to 2, and we're going to put them over here on our two sides, but we're going to put in this format of ax over factor. A is 1, so I'm not going to write 1x. I'm just going to write x over, and the factors are going to go in the denominators there. We don't really need to do it like that since we can just put them straight into the binomials, but we do it like that because sometimes we do have an a term and we need to simplify, but we don't have them here. So we're simply looking for two factors that make negative 15. Now, if that's going to be the case, one's going to have to be positive, one's going to have to be negative. They need to add to positive 2, which means the negative 1 is obviously going to have to be 2 more than the negative 1. All right, so we've got 1 and 15. All right, we've got 2. Nope, we've got 3 and 5. I mean, that's it. There's not many options for 15. So I need it to be a positive 2, which means I'm going to need to make this a negative 3 and a positive 5. Because watch this. If I do negative 3 times 5, that gets me my negative 15. Then if I do negative 3 plus 5, that gets me my positive 2. So these are the two factors I'm looking for, the negative 3, positive 5. Once again, there's no a term to simplify, but sometimes we have an a term and we can simplify. So we just take each of these, write them as binomials. So we've got x, and then our denominator, negative 3, is just the second part of that binomial. And then we've got x in our denominator. This is a positive 5, so we're going to make it look like x plus 5. Boom. We have our two factors. Now, we can FOIL this out just to make sure. So that's x squared. That's going to be plus 5x. That's going to be minus 3x, and that's going to be minus 15. Simplify the common terms. It's going to be x squared plus 2x minus 15, which obviously gets us back to where we started, which is always good to double check. So I see an x minus 3 here. I see an x plus 5. They do it in different order. Totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Gets us the same answer, so our answer here is going to be H.